HyperSchool exists to create capable humans, not followers or perfect people, coherent, aligned, and capable ones, clear in mind, strong in action, pure in heart, responsible with time. HyperSchool is not a belief system. It does not tell you what to think or what to become. It recognizes growth as it actually occurs through awareness, participation, discipline, mastery, and responsibility. There are no shortcuts here, no rewards for appearances, no power without restraint. Move at your own pace. Be honest about where you are. Respect the growth of others. HyperSchool is not about fixing humanity. It exists so growth and exploration can happen without force, distortion, or exploitation. Welcome to HyperSchool. HyperSchool shares 3 great realms within you. You walk 3 trials daily, though you rarely name them. The first realm, War, the trial of action and refinement, defined by competition and contention. Elementally, they practice not to flinch from your own power, force, and energy, not to outsource responsibility to peace slogans, not to pretend darkness doesn't exist, not to confuse restraint with fear. This is where you hold tension without breaking. When you choose courage, dignity, and correction over fear and doubt, integrity beating impulse, effort, priority, and action over apathy and laziness, you are walking the warpath. The second realm, Renaissance, the trial of heart and will, defined by creative joy and purpose. Elementally, they animate spirit, fill soul, and energize how you operate, where virtue directs force and structure emerges from intentional attitude and refined behavior. It's not about fighting an opponent, it's about organizing the authentic self. Reverence in the mind to float. Reverence naturally lifts awareness above ego and reactivity. In Ren terms, clear perception, soft focus, no rush to dominate. Reverence creates spaciousness in thought, perfect for floating. Humility in the gut, to sink. The gut is where true power and stability lives. Humility sinks weight, lowers the center of gravity, and prevents overextension. In Ren, this is rooting, yielding strength, letting density and pressure do the work. Humility belongs low. Gratitude in the heart, to spread. Gratitude expands without forcing. In Warpath, combat philosophy, this is what prevents cruelty and panic. In Ren, spread equals connection, circulation, flow through the limbs. A grateful heart keeps energy moving outward without hostility and greater ease. Sincerity in the body, to gather. Sincerity pulls everything into alignment. When the body is sincere, there's no wasted motion, no bluffing. Gathering in Ren means integrated posture, unified intent, one action, not many. This is where technique becomes truthful. As a whole, put together, this forms a virtuous, robust internal loop. Mind opens, center grounds, heart radiates, body coheres. When you choose kindness over anger, appreciation over comparison, presence over distraction, you are walking the Ren path. The third realm, Continuum, the trial of presence and awareness, defined by your relationships and connections. Elementally, they expose complacency, forces discernment, reveals values under pressure, prevents comfort from masquerading as virtue. When you pause long enough to see life as it is, to let paradox exist without solving it, to remain sovereign in uncertainty, you are walking the Continuum path. These 3 paths do not compete. They invite you to master the game of life, light, and love. They are how you remember what you came here to become. In this lifetime, you were given 4 foundational capacities: fire to feel, air to think, water to sense, earth to act. When these are integrated, a fifth quality emerges. Ether, interactive, conscious presence. HyperSchool exists to support the development of capable humans, not obedient ones, not perfected ones, capable ones, capable of clear thought, capable of meaningful action, capable of care, restraint, and responsibility, especially with time. HyperSchool does not ask for agreement, allegiance, or conformity. It does not tell people what to think, who to follow, or how to live. Instead, it names a progression of lived understanding, a way to recognize growth as it naturally occurs in real life. How HyperSchool works. Citizens develop in stages. Awareness comes before participation. Participation comes before discipline. Discipline comes before mastery. Mastery comes before responsibility, and responsibility comes before influence. These stages cannot be rushed, skipped, or performed. They reveal themselves through time. They must be lived. Recognition reflects embodiment. How someone acts under pressure. How they relate to others. How they handle power, time, and truth. How they speak, or choose not to. There are no shortcuts. There is no authority granted that can override conscience. What HyperSchool is not. HyperSchool is not a hierarchy of superiority. Recognition does not equal status. It does not promise success, wealth, enlightenment, or certainty. It does not sell access to power or identity. There is no final destination where one becomes above others. Growth here is circular, not vertical. Those recognized later often speak less, not more. Seek less attention, not more. Carry responsibility, not privilege. Why HyperSchool exists. Most systems fail at the same point. They teach skills without ethics. They grant influence without restraint. They reward performance over integrity. HyperSchool was designed to avoid that failure. It separates participation from authority, communication from control, expansion from manipulation, silence from fear, and consequence from punishment. How something is done matters more than what is achieved. What HyperSchool asks of you, only this: be honest about where you are, move at your own pace, take responsibility for your choices, respect the development of others. HyperSchool does not ask you to become someone else. It asks you to become more accurate about who you already are and more responsible with what you do next. A final note: HyperSchool is not here to fix humanity. It exists so those who wish to grow can do so without being exploited, rushed, or distorted. Goodness, kindness, and happiness are not achieved through force, but through clarity, timing, restraint, and care. Presence before power.